At the 21st degree, which is a heartfelt degree of our emotions, the moon and our heart,
Give me a
the
minute.
sun
Let me know if you
being
can hear me
number
there
one.
on Instagram.
So when our heart and
I
our
am
feelings come together,
multi-streaming
our
today,
wishes become delicious.
which is always fun.
What we believe is
Right.
augmented in our chalice. And being that the moon
Talking
is in its
about
opposing
the
sign,
full
Capricorn,
moon.
emotions, they really want a prime directive, but the leadership of Saturn is streaming in a new vibration. And the feelings of our home feels as if it's at home. It really wants a home life. It's being restructured to a new emotional foundation. But not only that, it's going to be otherworldly incredible, being the brightest illumination in the sky. It's a supermoon. So full moons are, at the moment, they're a way to access the hidden streams of our emotions. They are like the final ingredient to the sauce.
Inshallah and Ashe. Blessings to you and happy full moon in Capricorn. I am multi-streaming, so I'm kind of all over the place. Oh, you can actually see my camera. I'm hilarious. I crack myself up. But this full moon is coming in at 12:30 p.m. Mountain Time in my timeline, my time zone. So if it's at all possible, I would be totally listening to my Musing Moon meditation. The link is out there for you Instagrammers, but it is in my show notes. But get into the flow of the season of Cancer, the energy to release the control, the moon, anything around that's holding us back from literally achieving the life that we're actually meant to live. I'm just checking myself out. I'm all over the place, but it's our dream world. Feelings are going to be the beacon that really guides us to decipher the dream choice. What are our dreams? Like, do I want to live off grid? Do I want an online business? Do I want to be single? Wishes are delicious, right? So it's like, what sparks or speaks of adventure to us? And remember, when you would like look into the stars and make wishes, dreams, heartfelt wishes, dreams come true, like the starry, starry night. So really, like, seriously, go out into the open fields of the universe. Follow the possibilities streaming from our feelings. It's an open door policy, if you will, to learn something new about ourselves or the other events, situations, something different, something unrealized, something unfamiliar. But the payoff literally is expansion, the expansion of whatever side of the coin that may be for us, or the light. So then we become not only wiser, but also more courageous. We have like this inner strength. The outcome is like streaming. So it's even like our galactic epicenter, the reception center, is open. It's playful. We've got new ideas, creative thinking, even artistic wordplay, like wordsmithing, or feeling a sensation where we fit in this world. Like, where do I belong? Where do I fit in? And our heart passions are streaming through into our heart. It's exciting. And it's about feeling it, all these new possibilities and the success around the ingredient of what we feel. So you can feel it on the horizon. So with that, welcome to the Daily Snippet. I am your host. I'm a practicing holistic Sha'medium and subtle energy surgeon, and more importantly, an otherworldly life coach. Streaming in the higher realm perspective, if you will. But I do go by the term holistic Sha'medium, and my intention truly is to utilize the power of the indigenous technologies, the elemental realms, the elemental beings into our original divine blueprint to navigate our soul's harmonic, which is online today, through the realms of the elementals, the elemental beings, the highway that I call elemental, into the imaginal realm, the imagination, and into the gateway, the shamanic portal, if you will. That's kind of my playground, my habitat, and so much more, really, with offerings, rituals, and prescriptions to really add to your juice, your sacred sauce in your own container, to really just ignite your personal medicine, your prime directive, your inner genius, just assisting you to discover your inner genius, the star that I believe each and every one of us are, reintroducing us to the magical being that really resides within us. So our star light shines even brighter, super juicy, right? But again, my name is Tonya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. This is hilarious. I've actually never done this before with Instagram on one and others streaming through. But it's, the cosmic energies, they're in full swirl, I might add. So you may be experiencing, seriously, the undercurrents, things that we need to pay specific attention to, be clear, signs that keep showing up, meta signs, symbols, sigils even, otherworldly stuff. So mine usually are in my dreams, waking or sleeping, either way. And I did really have a peculiar dream, so kind of just waiting for the earthly download on that one. It was definitely otherworldly, within the lineage kind of stuff, but dream work, things that happen in the world of dreams, the dream worlds, dream insights, wisdom of the messages, becoming clear about it, and just opening up and sharing those insights, even the wisdom of our ancestors, ancient wisdom. So it really is time for the new bounty. Like the old normal is just that, it's old. Like the dark ages, we are never going back to what we thought of as normal, because it wasn't normal. And the merging of our thoughts and our feelings, the ones that have intention, the information streams, and feeling what we already know, if you will. So we then begin to not only build it, but we actually create it from the earth star, the ground up, sharing the dreams, the visions, as we begin to expand our heart space, our chalice, the queen of our chalice, and we organically feel different. It's magically delicious. Reminds me of a cereal commercial? But the soul's harmonic is the end game of our day. So we begin in our heart chalice, our sacral even, and the other centers start activating and swirling together in the cosmic soup. And then we end up in that cosmic palace, the voice of the universe. In order for our dreams to become real, we can't have them in the ethers, the other world. We have to pull them down, all the way down into the earth star. Otherwise, they're on this continual pie in the sky, just streaming around, not taking form, energy to matter. So the dream realm of expanding our future, and what does our future look like, that future life, dreaming it into being, hopefully full of peace, joy, happiness, my go-to words, love, expanding all of our virtues, integrity, the ones that I align with. You have yours, I'm just expressing mine. But it's all about feeling the other world of the rainbow, feeling outside of the box, getting outside of our shell, if you will. So with our Soul's Harmonic online, you may just see into the future life, those unlimited possibilities of the dreams that can come true, come into fruition. So really pick the juiciest one that feels the juiciest, sparks your heart, maybe a little uncomfortable, maybe even a little unfamiliar, if you will. And with that, if you want to see me stream daily, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Authentically. Please do, heartfelt. That's where I magically am, Tonya D. And again, thank you so much for you new subscribers. Galactic gratitude out to you. But hit the bell button so you're notified. Comment and share generally gets you a message for your day to get you on your way. But today I'm changing it up a little bit. It also helps echo out the algorithm to like-minded musers out into the galactic universe, who may also muse about insights of the other world, the world of spirit, source, beings that are otherworldly or elemental, and really so much more. That's kind of it really is my habitat. But you can also find me on other social platforms, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Hello. My Musing with Tonya D podcast. And, authentically, if your soul wishes to dive on deeper into the realms of the other world, head on over to my Musing corridor. That's my digital library in the sky, where I have some amazing options to assist you no matter where you're at. I really am your shamanic assistant. You truly are your own healer. Sometimes we just do need an otherworldly perspective. So with that, just a few announcements. The Musing Moon meditation is actually in the show notes over here. It's probably in my menu on Instagram. Soliciting Solitude. How often do we authentically invest in ourselves? Heartfelt investments into ourselves. Soliciting Solitude is my online corridor of meditations on the highway until midnight the last month of July. So you can start your inward journey in investing in your inner self, your inner spiritual self. So with the moon today, to access the field of our emotions streaming into the chalice of our heart, we have some main ingredients on the stage. And with that, I'm also collaborating The Witcher's Way to Manifestation coming soon to a venue near you. If you're curious what that is, subscribe wherever it fits your lifestyle, here on YouTube, a social platform, because our mind really is the cosmic tool that really gets in the way. It will tell us our dreams aren't possible oftentimes. And on the other side of that, do I feel it's possible? Do I believe in the center of my essence, the chamber of my heart, that it is possible? The Queen of the Chalice is the one we should go to. Just exploring the options, the dream state. Like, what dream are you most attracted to? The mostest, the one that feels the most possible. It's beyond the gut instincts, really. This is spirit to soul, creativity, all of the ingredients, streaming them into our cosmic soup bowl. Or that's kind of how I see it. So you may be on the other side of the fence, the dream, seeing the possibilities that are entirely different than you've ever felt or seen before. Feeling into this space, feeling the impossible as being possible. And then it becomes heartfelt, initiated. It's an initiation with your heart. And to attract that possible outcome. So the heart truly has to be in it to win it, feeling the need to be passionately involved and instigating a shift, a heartfelt believing shift that dreams do authentically come true. So it is, so it will be, right? So keep your dreams fluid into the weekend, actually. So with the frequency, the energy of the cosmos, like I am in it to win it. How about you? Totally tune into that. So what do you see sometimes? Is it a dream? Is it a chalice? Is it the waters? With that, now on Instagram, I can't show you, but I always go into the elemental highway. So that's kind of what I'm doing on my other channels, if you want to stream over there. But I can show you the cards of the day that I picked. But on the elemental highway, we do have what's called a yin fire rabbit of a day. So the flame is a candle, yin fire is a candle, producing, that's what rabbits do, they produce a lot. So I'll take that. We've got 2 yin fires between the month and the day. 2 candles are winning. Feels really great, warm candles, light some candles actually. Spirit's online too, but I'll get into that in a minute. It really feels great, but we do need to discern metal to take it to the next phase. And at the hour of the dragon, we have what's called a wealth direction, nature. So this is about generating abundance like a rabbit. Rabbits, bunnies. My neighbor has bunnies, so it's a hilarious thing whenever there's a rabbit online, by the way. But being that our day is strong, it's passionate, we have support for our day from the rabbit, feeding into the goat, which is on the month, from the heavenly fires, the yin fires, the ding of a day. But yang metal, unrefined yang metal, that's what's going to bring our day together, to bring it some balance, forging the energy into something new, something bright, shiny, and different. So the day is also known as the charmer. So the charm of the day, that's a positive light of being charming, optimistic, possibly flirty. But the charmer energy itself, that talent comes from what's called the diplomat. So be diplomatic in your charming presence. Calming situations, looking for solutions. Peace is the prime directive, actually. Be diplomatic. Harrison Ford, Kevin Costner, can you feel the charm of those two? They're pretty charming. Conan O'Brien, kind of funny. And Bill Cosby. Now, that's the dark side of being a charmer, okay? So options. Actually, today I'm actually going to be telling a story. I'm pulling from a few messages. So with that, I'll be able to show you this one song. Thanks for tuning in. And on my other channels, the messages. So I went with the elemental forces of creation to begin the journey. We begin the journey with the element of air. Hopefully you can see that okay. This is the whole brain integration. It's the mental realm, the air and sound, setting the vibrational tone of our life, the thoughts we have, how conscious our language is or isn't, and how integrated we are using both our left and our right side of our brain. Even how we work with prayer, intention, meditation. They're all part of the training of the element of air, like air realm. That's where we begin to see our life from a larger perspective. So we work with our visionary ability. So air Air is where we learn to soar like an eagle, like the two-leggeds, the birds, right? Hawks, crows, hummingbirds, etc., stuff like that. So when we can fly, when our thoughts, when our thoughts and our vibrations are in harmony, they're in sync with what our life desires are, air and the mental realm, if you will. That's where we hold the belief system about our life. Like, did we consciously choose our belief system? Or is it based on outdated mental models that have been passed down to us in our lineage, in our bones, the stones in our bones? So it takes a lot of dedication, focus to change our mental models. And this kind of goes with the frequency of today. And also to choose to set a conscious tone, a tonality for our life. But the message from air, once again, if you're just tuning in on Instagram, this is meditation and prayer, which is ironic, being that the moon is there, a time to reflect on our decisions, heartfelt emotions, meditation and prayer. So this is how we learn to quiet and still our mind, receiving inner wisdom, inner guidance, the guidance from within. So prayer is how we ask for that assistance on our inner realm, and meditation is a powerful way to listen and receive the guidance. And also, it's important to know when we pray that our prayer is also being answered. So it's like praying from the feeling place that our prayer is answered, sets the vibrational tone in the outcome. So if you pray from an unsure position, we need to really energize those insecurities, like cleanse the cosmic clutter. And we need to know that when we hold that frequency of our request, that it is actually done. So this is a message to take the time today to actively meditate and pray, or do both. I'd probably do both. Inner solitude, the voices inside of us, with spirit, which flew out as well of the setting our emotional foundation. So let me do a little switcheroony here. Let me go over here, switch you up on my multi-streaming. But spirit, this I found was great. It flew out, so that's why I went with 2 cards for setting our emotional foundation today. The unified field, the spiritual realm. Spirit is our divine connection, or connection to the divine source, the great spirit, whatever you want to call it. But it's the spark of spirit that in essence is who we are. It's our connection to the goddess or God. Connection to spirit, it's always where the energy of creation lives. Our inner connection to spirit, that's what's guiding us throughout all of our life to bring in our own essence into its full expression, into this world, if you will. But it's this rich substance that really flows through and connects us to the earth, the water, the air, the fire, all the elementals, star, ether, etc., the galaxy. And spirit really does enable us authentically, right? To hold our form, our world in form, energy to matter, in both the outer realm and the inner realm. So it's this unseen ingredient within these elementals that work together in all of creation. So it's even like when we sit quietly in nature or reflect waters on our inner nature, what's streaming in, we can then feel the substance of spirit streaming inside of us, right? So co-creation, this is spirit. It is the creation energy. When we align with spirit to manifest or create, we're working in creative union with everything that is. So alignment with spirit moves energy into form, spirit to matter, and it's ways that are like unimaginable, like you couldn't even imagine it, right? And it's just accessing this energy aligns us with the power of all of creation and with the forces of the universe in magnitude. So it's like, how are you and spirit moving together in creation, co-creation? Do we need to have a greater trust that spirit is at work in our life in every moment? Or do we need to take more personal responsibility for working with our own innate spirit? So there are kind of 2 settings for setting our stage today. It's a day to meditate, connect with spirit, be in co-creation, and I would literally be grounding into those elements, because air is also an aspect of metal, which we do need. Air and spirit, connecting to spirit, the divine channel of faith, connection. Just know I am connected. That's seriously all you have to say. Okay, next up, I went with a few decks today, so bear with me. We have the Seers, the 4 of Pentacles. Thanks for tuning in and staying on there. But the seers, I love the seers. I connect the seers to our soul's harmonic. That's why I chose this deck. But we do have the Four of Pentacles. So Pentacles is Earth, right? The Earth herself, the goddess of Earth. So four is knowing where we do and we don't fit in this world. Like, where does my heart belong in this world? What do I belong manifesting in this earth plane? This is creator. Or what do I belong manifesting and bringing into the earth? Possibly, do you feel like you're possibly hoarding? Maybe you're having a lack of mindset, bad mental thoughts, placing too much value on outer forces of adversity. Maybe you do need to be more charitable or more grateful, seeing things through the eye of God, the soul's harmonic, and just knowing that life is about building earth, right? And coin by coin, just knowing that we all have the ability to reach the moment of stability, to be stable. It's just getting there. Sometimes we're our own worst critic. So it's kind of significant. We're at this interval when we can rest, maybe reevaluate, maybe take stock. And it's a message really to double check our foundation, our stability, what that looks like for each and every one of us, what makes us feel safe, what makes us feel stable, or, what do we do with our finances? Money's kind of a weird energy to matter kind of force, right? Just continuing towards our goal without over focusing on possessions or letting go of jealousy even. Generally, it's derived from other people in our lives, even different positions, or any negative feelings around abundance, what that looks like. That's only going to breed more energy blockages big enough to hold us back from the most magical of trajectories in those streams. And the tighter we try to hold on to things, the more we block ourselves from stepping into the flow of our wealth organically and happiness. So if you do have a scarcity mindset, it's probably haunting your actions. So we need to ask ourselves if you're looking down on others, maybe even on yourself, based on the money you do or you don't have, or they do or don't have, and actively just saving, giving into the world, focused on feeling excited and expansive, and knowing that we do live an abundant life, but we also generally always have more than we truly do need. It's these outer forces that define what that looks like. And to top it off, you can't make this stuff up, I'm telling you, my morning. I went with the message of the day, creator, which is air. There's a sigil on the bottom, an air sigil, right? So again, air, it's connected to our logic, critical thinking, the energy of our mind, the ruler of luck, even thoughts create forms, right? Our conscious mind, all the things we know to be heartfelt true. But the realm is the realm of our beliefs and analysis, sometimes analysis paralysis, communication. So what would air suggest that we know about our current situation, right? How can we connect that to the other messages of our day? How could our communication play a role in being a solution? I always like to have a solution-based mindset. It's like we always know the forces of adversity are there, but can we create a solution? Or how is the energy of our mind, our rational thoughts, being supportive of us right now instead of unsupporting us right now, right? But the element of air, this is diving deep. It's creator energy. So in your mind's eye, imagine being an eagle soaring above the world, feeling the wind on your face and just holding you up in the bounty of the air power, being in the grace of streaming all that in. It's an invisible force, right? We can't catch air. That's hilarious. It kind of holds us in place. It floats around. But it also, I love this image, right? But it also, it's getting above our lifeline and then looking into our future. This is the soul's harmonic, seeing things from the eye of God. And we can see everything from up there, like a higher perspective. And where does this path lead? Maybe you prefer to be a hummingbird or a hawk or a dragonfly or all of them. Anything works, right? Anything airborne, really. Try drinking in the wind today. Go outside. Notice your body being held in a place by the wind, the comforts of the wind and air all around us beaconing through. And just wait, like to feel it on our lips and allow it to nourish our soul, our prime directive, as it enters into our lungs and streams into our blood and then into our essence, our world inside of us. I would be asking also for a healing message. I mean, air, words, right? Community. And just feel how light and subtle air is. Like, it's so light sometimes that it governs all things, kind of feeling a little like Spock or otherworldly, creative, intelligence, even tiny little minute thoughts, different pulses of energy frequency tuning in, different power zones of thoughts. But what I love about it as well, it's also connected to the Fae, and you know how I am about Fae, the sylphs, and also the angelic beings, the singers of the realms. Those are my worldly ones, but it's like, what intelligence would they whisper into your ear if you could hear them through the rustling of the leaves? My little fairy child came yesterday and I asked him what he was doing. So cute. And he said he was talking to the fairies. So I said to him, I was like, should we give the fairies an offering? Like, what do you want to feed the fae? So we fed the fae in the middle of the day. It was super cute. So even with that, you know, are you hearing things whooshing through the wind, the spirit of wind, taking messages from maybe even one sphere of the world to this one, listening to the signs? So I would literally probably do rituals around affirmations today. Connecting to the presence of our prime directive, spirit, the essence inside of us. I would affirm, I have this in the show notes, by the way, on YouTube. I don't know how to do this on Instagram. I'm trying, but I would affirm literally that I am connected to spirit, expanding my light, soaring like an eagle, believing in myself. So it's like the dream of manifesting the dream and being with and in alignment with Creator. Streaming in that feeling that inspires the dream to life. So spirit truly is aligning us if we do remove outside forces of adversity that are trying to entangle us or get in the webbings of the ways. But I would make it juicy. Go out to nature, get your solitude on. The spirits of nature, the beings of nature, feed the fae. I do that quite often. But make it magical, dream big, dream in a feeling that's otherworldly, and just knowing that we are heartfelt, ready to commit to the queen inside of us, the essence of who we are, believing in ourselves, truly magical. So it's a day really to decide on behalf of our own essence, our chalice inside of us, the influence of our feelings. Allow those influences to be otherworldly, different, and decide on feeling good and gooder. Commit to feeling different, weaving the dreams, create an adventure. The heart, the queen always knows the path to take, but we often don't subscribe to our own innate queen inside of ourselves. So just remember the energy coming up in the future here, future streams. I forgot to mention this as an announcement, but the meditation circle is coming up. Reserve your spot. And with that, make it a thankful or a wise wisdom Wednesday. I forgot what day it is. That's hilarious. But tomorrow's a thankful Thursday. It's going to feel a little bit otherworldly tomorrow. It's going to be like the break on down to the break on through to the other side. Just know when one door closes, it's because another door opens. And also, more importantly, this downloaded this morning, connect to Gabrielle if you feel like you are in the need of the strength of spirit, the divine, as well in your chalice. That's on all season with Cancer, the season of the moon, Gabrielle, my podcast. So with that, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for putting up with me, Instagram. And as always, I'll see you on the other side. Make it a musing of a day. And go play with the moon. I'd say dance naked under